In this video, we're going to take a look at working with render layers in Octane for Maya. And for this video, I'm using the Space Gas Station O2 scene. So render layers are pretty easy to set up. You want to start by assigning different objects different layer ID numbers. So let's go into the outliner here. I'm going to expand the limo group. And I'm going to select both of these surfaces in the limo group. And then go into the shape node and set layer ID. Let's give it a value like 10. Let's do the same thing with the RV ship. I'm going to select both of these surfaces. Let's give it a layer ID of 20. And then the muscle ship. Select both those surfaces. Go into the channel box. And under layer ID, let's give it an ID of 30. If you go into the attribute editor, you'll find that the same setting is found here in the Octane section, layer ID. So now let's go into the render settings window, and I'm going to go to the render layer section, and let's choose create new, and then open up its options in the attribute editor. And you can see immediately our render looks very different. The active layer ID has been set to 1. So that's all the objects that have the layer ID number 1. So if I set this to 10, we'll see our space limo appears. If I set it to 20, you can see here's our RV, recreational vehicle spaceship. And then 30, we have our muscle ship. If I choose fill right here, it's going to show all the active layers, and these will be rendered when we create a batch render as separate render layers that could be reassembled in a compositing program such as Nuke or After Effects. We also have a mode option here, so we can hide inactive layers, so that includes the environment. And then we can also hide from camera. We have normal, we have side effects. There are no side effects in this particular scene, so we're not going to see that. And then we can also invert the render layer if we want to. So that's the basics of working with render layers in Octane for Maya.